Despite the king's readiness to make amends, Sussex is unwilling to apologize. Hello, and with all the regal splendor befitting the royal family, we extend our gracious welcome to the Princess Diana News Channel. It's with immense pleasure that we invite you to once again embark on a journey into the enchanting realm of royalty. Let's move on to the video. Dealing with family issues is always challenging, regardless of one's affiliation with the British royal family. Consider the case of David and Wallis Simpson. In other words, there were times when even Princess Margaret, Queen Elizabeth's sister, caused embarrassment for the royal family. She indulged in smoking, drinking, and even pursued an extramarital relationship with a man who is 17 years her junior. Even to this day, Prince Andrew, the brother of the present king, possesses a rather scandalous past. Despite all circumstances, families generally remain united. Typically, they provide mutual assistance during challenging times, but the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, deviate from this pattern. The journey began in January 2020 when Meghan and Harry made an announcement about their intention to resign from their roles as active members of the royal family. And the situation deteriorated significantly thereafter. Upon reflection, Megxit proved to be relatively insignificant. Megxit can be viewed as Meghan and Harry's way of asserting their autonomy, an action that was widely accepted and respected. However, following the Oprah interview and the subsequent release of their Netflix documentary series, Meghan and Harry explicitly stated their desire to sever ties with the royal family. This was further reinforced in the remarkably negative interviews that ensued. They had completed their task. They were filled with a sense of injustice, feeling disrespected and overlooked, causing them to harbor a desire for retaliation. It has been nearly 4 years since Megxit, however, Meghan and Harry continue to actively pursue their mission of settling scores. Indeed, the situation appears to be deteriorating as Meghan is reportedly in the process of penning her own book. Experts are already speculating about the severity of the situation. To what extent will Meghan display hostility towards the royal family? Let's face it, she was only briefly associated with the family. Despite everything happening, Harry simply desires to be reunited with his father and brother. He expresses his desire for peaceful reconciliation with his family. In light of recent news shared by Express, it appears that Harry and Meghan hold the power, while the king maintains a morally superior position. Now, let's go over their opinions. Dr. Ed Owens, author of After Elizabeth, Can the Monarchy Save Itself?, asserts that although the king is prepared to reconcile, the responsibility lies with Meghan and Harry to initiate the initial steps. In an interview with GB News, he expressed his willingness to reconcile, emphasizing that the responsibility lies with them to determine if they wish to mend the rift between themselves and the rest of the royal family. So far, the king has proven to be highly successful in his endeavors. He's maintained a sense of moral superiority. He has portrayed himself as a peacemaker. Maintaining his reputation as a public figure is effectively achieved through this approach. I am of the opinion that Dr. Owens is correct in his statement. The door has been continuously open for Meghan and Harry by the king, should they choose to return. Currently, numerous British citizens are deeply disappointed. According to all reports, the king is prepared to welcome his son back. However, for the king to be willing to forgive Harry, Harry must make an effort to return. Dr. Owens emphasized that the perspective of King Charles among his own people holds utmost significance. The king's clear intention is to uphold a favorable image among the British population. Therefore, the most straightforward approach would be for him to make an effort to preserve and safeguard his ethical dominance. Up until this point, he has successfully accomplished that. He has effectively conveyed this message, occasionally utilizing alternative means. The author cleverly acknowledges that the king frequently employs stories in the media originating from the palace, with the intention of leaving the possibility open for Harry and Meghan to return, should they choose to do so. However, their interest has not been piqued thus far. Based on Dr. Owens, Charles is in a delicate situation as Meghan and Harry are seeking an apology from the royal family regarding their alleged mistreatment. He further expressed that accepting this would essentially mean acknowledging a significant wrongdoing on the part of the royal family initially. The king has extended an olive branch to Harry and Meghan, resulting in countless stories circulating. Not long ago, there was a headline indicating that Harry had broken the king's olive branch. And that is essentially the gist of what we have observed in recent months. Undoubtedly, the king's affection for his son remains incredibly strong, or else he would have severed ties with him ages ago. Many individuals, including myself, consider Harry's actions to be unforgivable in certain respects. In essence, it is evident that Harry can never resume his role as a functional member of the royal family. Is it possible for him to return as a son? Can he approach his father and sincerely apologize, acknowledging the errors made by both him and Meghan? Do you think the king would accept him back? Without a doubt, I believe so. However, the issue lies in Meghan and Harry's excessive pride and haughtiness. They refuse to let go of the grudges that weigh on them. They continue to anticipate an apology from the royal family regarding the manner in which they were treated. The exact subject of their reference remains unclear. They are rather ambiguous when it comes to expressing it. However, they maintain that Meghan endured mistreatment. They are adamant that the palace subjected them to an enigmatic and harsh mistreatment, demanding a sincere apology from the king. Until the king offers an apology, their behavior will persist as they incessantly protest and behave childishly, resembling a pair of young children. Meghan and Harry have been quite open in expressing their perspective on their experiences while being part of the royal family. Therefore, it is illogical for them to assert that they were subjected to a truly horrific ordeal. Initially, it was reported that an unidentified individual in the family had inquired about the future artificial pigmentation of unborn individuals. Later, they retracted their previous assertion. They vehemently denied any claims of racism from within their family. On the contrary, our words got misconstrued. Their words were indeed not distorted. They adamantly reject any responsibility for their statements. During the Oprah interview, it was revealed that Harry feels deeply wounded as his father has ceased answering his phone calls. In addition, we discover that Charles is avoiding Harry's phone calls because Harry incessantly contacts him, pleading for additional funds. After expressing their desire for complete financial independence and self-sufficiency, they decided to relocate to America and strive for success on their own terms. During their documentary series, Harry and Meghan, the couple primarily expressed their grievances regarding the British media. They refrained from disclosing any fresh details regarding the royal family or any actions taken against them. The documentary series failed to shed light on the reasons behind Harry and Meghan's request for an apology from Harry's family and the current state of their relationship, which is exceedingly strained. Certainly, we were informed about a reported clash between William and Harry, subsequent to William expressing his concerns about Meghan's negative treatment of his staff. As expected, Harry stood up for her in response. Allegedly, William forcefully shoved Harry, causing him to tumble and shatter the dog bowl. In the midst of the altercation, Harry's necklace was inadvertently damaged. Oh, what a pity for the little one. I understand, according to Harry's account, he was innocently going about his own business, attempting to act in a morally upright manner, when a formidable bully unexpectedly appeared and caused him immense fear, leaving him unsure of how to respond. However, it cannot be denied that they are related as brothers. I mean, it's not a big deal if they had an argument. It's a common occurrence. Undoubtedly, Harry is still fixated on something that requires an apology for him to be able to move forward. Harry has suggested that Meghan's treatment is somehow connected to the matter. He excessively delved into the intricacies of Meghan's perception of William and Catherine's initial aloofness upon their first encounter. Certainly, she was the individual donning torn jeans, arriving without shoes, and attempting to embrace them. Naturally, they experienced unease. However, I regret to inform you that it cannot be like that. Due to her unfamiliarity, Meghan received treatment reminiscent of that received by a stranger. If Meghan and Harry are hoping for sympathy regarding their concerns, they are unlikely to find it. In the previous month, upon Harry's arrival in the UK, news circulated regarding forthcoming discussions for reconciliation between him and his father. However, following the journey, we discovered that they indeed did not have any encounter. Who should take the blame? King Charles or Harry? It is well known that King Charles did invite Harry to Balmoral for a visit. Harry stated that he would be unable to attend due to logistical reasons or potentially similar circumstances. However, it's clear that Harry could have easily found a way to attend if he truly had the desire to do so. To be truthful, let me offer you my forecast. I anticipate that Meghan's departure from Harry might happen sooner than anticipated, leading Harry to inevitably return to his family with humility, as he will be compelled to apologize. He will need to apologize for every single thing. For all the words he penned in the book, for all the remarks he made in the interviews, and notably, for the candid discussion on Oprah's show. And what about the unnoticed youngsters? I believe he should definitely express remorse for that. This presents a significant challenge for the royal family as they must now address the issue of the invisibles who are part of the line of succession. In my opinion, it is evident who bears the responsibility to apologize in this particular scenario. And it's definitely not King Charles. What are your thoughts? Will Harry return and apologize, or will he choose to stay in the U.S.? Will Meghan be with us indefinitely? Our video is up to here. Kindly share your thoughts in the comments section. As usual, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might find it interesting. And before you leave, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button to stay updated with all the latest content from the Princess Diana News channel. Thanks for joining us, have a wonderful day, and I'll be returning soon in upcoming videos.